Today I want to talk about the non-custodial narcissistic parent. That would be actually my ex. And there's pretty much two things with them. The thing is while they are kind of narcissistic to their children, the whole point of them is being the narcissist to their ex-spouse, ex-partner, you know, the other parent of their child. And they will do pretty much one of two things. They will use the children or the child in order to control the other parent, or they will be completely absent from the child's life because they realize that they can't really get to the parent, the other parent. They can't like really control them much. Like I said in another video, like if you become boring to the narcissist, they'll ignore you. And the reason why he ignores me is because I've learned that being a narcissist to the narcissist is what gets them to lay off. But unfortunately, it hurts my daughter. Like I've said before, I tried the gray rock method and it just doesn't work with him. He just takes it as me being nice, and then he takes advantage of me. So, but he used to use our daughter against me. Like he would use her as an excuse to be able to talk to me. Like he would say, oh, I want to talk to my daughter, and then he wouldn't talk to her. He would, you know, just try to argue with me. But as soon as I became wise and started basically just giving it right back to him, that is when he started to ignore her. Like I had gotten some good advice from some people to kind of deal with him a little bit. Like every time he gets in a relationship, he forgets he has a kid. And this is the 4th time it's happened. 3 times while he was overseas. Each one only lasted like a couple months. But then this last relationship lasted about a year. And he had basically ghosted our child for almost 9 months. And now that his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend now broke up with him, guess who he contacts? Me. And not only does he contact me to like try to become a parent again, or you know, get back in our daughter's life, he tries to get sympathy from me. And like everything that he's done, not just really to me, what he's done to me, I'm over it, but I can still talk about it. It's just, as much as he hurt our daughter, and then I'm the one that had to be the one to pick up the pieces, and he wants sympathy from me, the person who needs sympathy is our daughter. Now, she had came to me, I may have talked about this before, she had came to me and wanted to know what to call her dad, because she didn't want to call him dad anymore. And I told her she didn't have to. It's her choice, you know, she's 8. And she just wants to call him by his first name. And she said that she didn't want to call him dad anymore because she felt like he didn't love her. And I told her that wasn't true, that he was just selfish. You know, you have to tell kids the truth, but you have to put it in kid terms. Like if you have an ex that used to beat you all the time, just say that your ex hurt you. You know, you can't give them too many details because it overwhelms them. And that's what narcissists do. They give too many details to children to overwhelm them, and then they end up really screwed up because it's just an overwhelming burden for them to know everything. They just need to know the gist of it, I guess. But anyway, so he contacted me. Well, I contacted him because I needed to know, like, the password or something to the Xbox account. And because, like, I thought maybe he had changed it or somebody hacked into it, something. And that prompted him to whine to me about his girlfriend leaving him. Now, as a narcissist, he said it was my fault. I've barely talked to him in the 9 months that he's decided to not be a father. But somehow it's my fault. What ended up being the real reason that they broke up was because of his lies. I told him in the beginning that if he's gonna lie to her, you know, she's gonna find out and she's gonna leave him. Well, she became wise to his lies and she left him, but she's still kind of like, I guess, letting him store stuff or whatever at her house. Well, like I said, the narcissistic, non-custodial parent, they're either not there for the kid or they use the kid. But now, since my ex is feeling sorry for himself, he wants to be uplifted and, like, have some type of relationship with our daughter. But like I said, this is the 4th time he has given up on our daughter because of a girl. And each time they break up, all of a sudden he kind of wants to put a little effort into being in her life. But I told him, like, yesterday that this is the last time. I said, if he gets back with his girlfriend, don't even contact me or our daughter, because I cannot put her through that again. If he gets back with her, like, next week or whatever, and then decides, you know, he's not going to contact our daughter, it's really going to be an emotional, I don't know, it's going to hurt her more. And I'm already very angry at him for hurting her the first few times. And I know it's really stupid for me to keep letting her, like, you know, be in each other's lives and stuff, but I don't know. I just have this dream that it's her dad, and I feel like the kids need their dad, I guess, but my boyfriend's been playing, like, the daddy role. He does more for her than my ex does. But the one thing that my boyfriend can't be is her biological father. So when a narcissist and a scapegoat divorce and split up, while the scapegoat is kind of set free, you know, they don't have as much pressure on them, they don't have always the constant stress going on, even though it is very stressful through a divorce and separating. The ones that really get hurt are the kids, because a narcissist knows that it hurts the other parent more when the narcissist hurts the children. I'm kind of like getting a little bit emotional thinking about it because it just drives me nuts. But I let her father come over and see her. Her birthday is in a couple days, and he wanted to come bring her a present. And so he did, and he spent a little bit of time with her. But not that much. I actually got him to help me a little bit with some yard work. And he came back today to help finish with yard work, but my chainsaw is going crazy. So he stayed over at his girlfriend's last night, but he says she supposedly wasn't there, because I was actually asking him to stay the night so that way he can wake up and take her to school this morning, because today's her last day for the summer. And he kind of argued with me, and I got angry, and I'm like, so you care more about going to see your girlfriend than, taking your kid on her last day at school. You have had nothing to do with her for about 9 months. You haven't called her, talked to her. You haven't taken her to school. You don't even know anything that's going on with schoolwork, anything. And he cares more about seeing his girlfriend or whatever ex-girlfriend, because he is trying to get her back. I know him. He says he's not, but I mean, he begged me for years to get back with him. So it's really hard, because when the narcissist is a parent of the other parent of your children, you can never really escape unless you can get them to sign the rights away, which is something that he wanted to do a few months back. He told me he would sign his rights away, and I'm still going to ask him if he will. But just because his rights are gone doesn't mean that if he's still good in her life or whatever, he can still be around. It's just paperwork. But I kind of want to make a deal with him where legally it takes a lot of pressure off. That way, if he goes ghost again on her, then I don't have to deal with him. I just have to help her and, help her deal with her emotions and everything, because it's heartbreaking when your child is upset and crying because their narcissistic parent is taking it out on them because they're all upset that the relationship is over. But it's better to get the child out of that situation, because with my ex, there was he has anger issues. He always has to turn everything into a fight. He stomps his feet. He throws things, breaks things, screaming and yelling. And there was a time, even our daughter was I think 2.5, something like that, I had to ban him from punishing her because he was too harsh. She was too little to be really punished. At that age, it's timeouts in a chair. They're not supposed to be screamed at or spanked. I could see a little spanking, but like I said, the first time he went overboard, I told him he wasn't allowed to discipline her. But her and I have such a great bond now, I think, because of it. So in a way, if it wasn't for him going ghost, her and I wouldn't be as close as we are. And I don't think that she would be as happy as she is. I just had a meeting with her school because she has a lisp, and they're doing like some kind of speech therapy for her, and they're always telling me what a good girl she is and how happy she is and how inquisitive she is. She wants to know everything, and her teacher had said she's like a breath of fresh air. Well, one of her other teachers said that, and then they talk about how polite she is, and she sits down at her desk like she's supposed to, and all the other kids are like going crazy. I mean, so I guess she's the only calm one, I guess. But I attribute that to him being out of her life, because he keeps the drama going and the stress. So in a way, I am kind of like, I guess, tooting my own horn for getting rid of him or whatever, because I have done everything I can to get all the stress out of her life. Like going no contact with my mother, and leaving her dad. And then also, my father, he had dementia, but his dementia got to the point where he had physically attacked me, and that's when I decided he had to go into, like, he had to go back home. His doctor said it was a good idea for him to go back home, which is in New York, near my mother. So anyway, if you have any issues that you want to talk about the non-custodial narcissistic parent, I would love to hear, like, what's going on with you. Like, if your ex is the narcissist, what he or she does to your kids, to you, through the kids, anything like that. Alright, well, go ahead, leave some comments, and I hope everybody takes care. Have a good one.